Good evening, everybody. Welcome, Team Eagles. As you know, we meet every week at this time, and we are so happy that you found the time to join us this evening, or possibly many of you who are watching the recording after the event. Well, as most of you know, we are Mick and Jenny Daly, National Marketing Directors in your support line, living in the beautiful mountains of Colorado. But I tell you, we're looking forward to a few warm days in Phoenix, Arizona in about 10 days' time. We are heading in early, going to have a little bit of R&R before conference, so we're excited about that. Okay, Mick, why don't we share the beginnings of this month's contest? Oh, you are muted.
If I could see it, I would share it. I, for some reason, seem to have lost it temporarily. Okay, there we go. All right, so the contest continues, or at least the contest begins again. We're not slowing down. We are, if anything, speeding up. And since Tampa is our next destination, for the next Juice Plus Live conference in October, now this contest is called the Trek to Tampa. Don't you like that? I love that. Jenny
and who came up with that?
Jenny came up with that. Thank you, Jenny. And what are we, 9 days into the contest, and we have a really good-looking group named here. Some familiar names and some not so familiar, and headed by Michelle Nasser, who completed her 2,000 plus. By the way, if you aren't muted, would you be kind enough to mute yourselves? Because I should have done that, but I didn't. Thanks. So Michelle Nasser completed her 2,000 plus just a couple of days into this month, and Dorothy Scutchin is her sponsor, so they each get 200 points. I have, just FYI, I have adjusted the points for this contest to be, I think, to be fairer and more representative, both for the person who gets promoted and for the sponsor of the person who gets promoted. So you can look at those points the next time you get a chance. But for now, the contest is up and running. Moving on quickly, let's look at Zoom. As promised, tonight we're going to look at everything Zoom. You'll be glad to know, some of you, that I've combined everything about Zoom at our teamjp.net website onto one page. I don't know why I had it on 2 pages before, but it's all on one page. And so at the top here, every week, you'll be able to watch last week's Zoom training. And so late tonight or tomorrow morning, this one that we're recording will be in place of last week's. And you can send anyone who you want to join our Monday night Zoom here. All they're going to do is click on this link or click on that link or call either of those phone numbers, and they will be able to join us on the Zoom. Here are 2 really good videos, which are basic instruction videos on how to join a Zoom and how to host a Zoom. This how to host a Zoom is not long, but it's longer. But I want to start off by showing you this.
In this video, we'll go over how to join a Zoom meeting. When receiving a Zoom invitation, you'll see the join link in the meeting invite.
What happened? Oh, that's clever. I completely lost it. Oh well, let's try that again. In fact, let me do something here. Let me stop screen share and go back and screen share again, because I think that might be better. Here we go.
In this video, we'll go over how to join a Zoom meeting. When receiving a Zoom invitation, you'll see the join link in the meeting invite. Click the link and you'll be prompted to download and run Zoom. A Zoom US launcher.zip file will download. Simply click on the file and you can install the launcher. If the host hasn't started the meeting, you'll see a message stating, "Please wait for the host to start this meeting." Once the host starts the meeting, the Zoom meeting window will appear where you can join your audio and connect your video. To join your audio, just select Join Audio Conference by Computer. This should automatically appear once you join the Zoom meeting. To connect your video, simply select the video camera icon in the bottom left-hand corner of the Zoom meeting window.
Now, it goes without saying that all of you watching this Zoom tonight have already done this. Duh. But I hope a lot of people who will watch the recording have not yet signed up for Zoom. So the way you do this is you go to zoom.us and you set up an account, which is really, really simple. You sign up for free just with your email address. And when you click sign up, it sends you an email to the email address you provided, and then you go ahead and sign up. Obviously, I'm already signed up. When you have signed up, the two most important things to do are, one, make sure your name is in here, because that name should appear at the bottom of the screen when you are in a Zoom meeting, and please add a photo. The reason for adding the photo is very, very simple. Let me stop this screen share now and open up a PowerPoint, just a quick PowerPoint that I have created for this purpose. So this is what you see on a smartphone, in this particular case, an iPhone, when you want to join a meeting. And it really is pretty straightforward. You have to put a meeting ID in here, and I'll show you more about that in a moment. And it should, this is another account I have called Team Eagles. It should show your name here. You simply click on join, and away you go. When you have joined, this is what you see on a desktop, in this case, a Mac. When you click on the link to take you to this particular Zoom, which, if you remember, is the link provided at teamjp.net/Zoom, then you're faced with this. You can pretty much ignore everything except the top two. Start with video or start without video. I'll explain what that means in a moment. Or simply join. So clicking on join, you'll join the Zoom. This is what it looks like on my iPhone when I've signed in with my Team Eagles account. And I want to stress this because very quickly the top bar and the bottom bar disappear. How do you get them back? You just touch the screen. Just touch the screen, and then you'll be able to come back and you'll be able to unmute yourself and click start video, and you'll be into the Zoom. You'll be participating. This is what it looks like on my Mac. And at the moment, I'm showing you with, there are just two participants, McDaily and Team Eagles. And in this case, if you look at the bottom left, I am muted and my video is not yet running. And again, just like on a smartphone, within a few seconds, the bottom bar disappears. How do you get it back? You move your cursor back over the screen to bring back the bottom bar. And start video, unmute will bring you into the Zoom and you'll be fully active. Now, if you don't want us to see what you're up to, in my case, I might be picking my nose or something unpleasant, or I might want to move away and I don't want you to know that I've stepped away from my computer, then I would click stop video, and then you won't see what I'm up to. This is what's called the gallery view. No, it's not. It's yes, it is. It's the gallery view. And in gallery view, you see every person who is in this particular Zoom, or at least as many as will fit on the screen. Up here at the top right, can you see where it says speaker view? Well, that's confusing because this is the gallery view. If you click on that, then it changes to speaker view or gallery view. Now, this is what it looks like typically. This is just a screenshot from last week's. And this is where I want to highlight just a few things for you. I'm paying attention, Jenny's paying attention, Rachel's paying attention, Blue's paying attention, Sandy's paying attention, Janet and Garth are paying attention, Melinda's paying attention. Someone, we can just see the top of their head, and then two clever ladies at the bottom, Brianna and Jennifer, are obviously not wanting us to spy on them. So they have stopped video, that icon to the bottom left of the screen. They clicked on stop video so that they're still with us, but we can't see what they're up to. And then someone has joined us, but they haven't added their photograph to their profile.
Someone else has done.
So we can't see them either. I'm going through this pretty quickly because the videos that I'll show you in a moment will explain a whole lot more. This is the first of just 2 slides that you only need to bother yourself with if you are going to host a Zoom call rather than simply join one, attend one, participate in one. Whoa, what happened? And the only reason I show you this is because if you want to host a Zoom call and you want to record it, then these settings where the boxes are checked are important, including the original ratio box. Again, don't worry about this, but do come back when you are ready to host your own Zoom meeting. And then lastly, when you're hosting your Zoom meeting and you want to screen share, just as I am now, you click on the share screen button at the bottom of the screen. You can see that down here. And what you see in this window, are all of the windows on a Mac in this case, are all the windows that are open on your computer. Now, here's a hint for you. Here's a good tip for you. Minimize as many of the windows as you can so that you don't have all of this sitting in this window and confusing the heck out of you as it does me, as it did me just a few months ago. Minimize all the windows you're not going to use so that you only have 1 or 2 that show up in this window when you're going to screen share. Okay, so that's really quick. Let me go back now to, if I can find it. That's the one. Let me go back to my browser, back to the teamjp.net page, and show you this, which is a really good video that takes you from the very beginning all the way through all of the intricacies of hosting a Zoom. And then this one, which...
Okay, well, welcome everybody to our peak training call, our webinar series, and I'm really excited to be with you tonight. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jennifer Myers, and my husband Sean and I have been with this company now for, I almost hesitate to say it, but 27 years now. It's crazy. It's been such an incredible journey. And I'll tell you, in 27 years, every once in a while, a tool comes along that is so awesome and exciting and transformational to our businesses, and Zoom is one of those tools. We are loving it. I use it all the time, and it is transforming our business in so many different ways. I mean, we're using Zoom for team training calls. We're using Zoom to do like an initial Inspiring Healthy Living event. So in other words, if you've got friends and family around the country and you can't get them into your living room, then you can use Zoom to do a wellness presentation just like they were in your living room.
Okay, so that video is is really, really good. She goes into some detail on how to use Zoom for a welcome call, a welcome event. And most of you on this Zoom tonight live have used Zoom for precisely that. You've had Jenny or me or someone else join you to welcome a new member of your team. But as Jennifer said, Zoom has infiltrated in the best possible way every aspect of our business. We are using Zoom to educate and enroll customers. We're using Zoom to further educate our customers and take them down that road to becoming raving fans. We are using Zoom to convert customers and prospects, team members. We're using Zoom to do team training, to do individual coaching, to do group coaching. Zoom is everywhere for every aspect of our business. And I want to open this up now to ask you, as I warned you I would, why don't you volunteer and tell us what is one thing that you're using Zoom for as a tool, as Jennifer mentioned. Nicole's, yeah, I need Nicole. You are always,
I try to
always my first volunteer.
Am I good?
You're good.
Okay, my internet's a little sketched tonight for some reason. So a lot of you know, Amanda and I are using Zoom for Freedom Revolution launch calls.
For the brand new people, Nicole, would you explain what a Freedom Revolution launch call is?
Sorry. So a Freedom Revolution launch call is a script that the Healthy Living Revolution group has provided. And so it's a really laid back way to introduce both the Juice Plus products and the business to people in more of an indirect way. So it's not say, hey, maybe this is for you. It's, hey, maybe you know somebody who needs this. So it's the indirect approach, which is a really low pressure approach. And so we're doing those. And I use it for 3-way calls. I use it for coaching. And we use it for team meetings, all sorts of stuff.
I don't think Lydia is on tonight, which is a pity, but would you tell us what you did with Lydia last Friday?
Yes, I knew there was something else I needed to say. So Lydia actually is a new rep of mine in North Carolina. And
you're in Phoenix.
And I'm in Phoenix, right? Sorry. And she wanted to do a wine and wellness. And so we put 2 on the calendar. And obviously I can't just fly to North Carolina 2 weekends in a row. So we use Zoom. And she hooked the computer up to her television set. And I was at her party on the television. And so while her and her friends were all gathered in the living room, I was sitting here in my office. I had my glass of wine, which was really kefir because I'm not drinking right now. But I was able to do it from here, and it went really well. So I'm pretty excited for what this will do for our team, because I think it can really it's super duplicatable and it's easy. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Nicole.
Uh-huh.
Anybody else?
Hey, Mick, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, Brianna.
Hello. So I'm cooking at the same time, so that's why I have my video off. But I'm like Nicole. We do, Denise and Darlene and Michelle and my mom and I have all been doing those Healthy Living Revolution calls. So that's so nice because we're all over Texas, so we can all get together and do them all together. But then I'm also like Nicole as well, where I have a new rep who's in Miami, or newer. So that's how we stay in touch with all of her stuff and her people, because obviously, same as Nicole, I can't just fly to Miami whenever I want, although I wouldn't mind. But it kind of makes it's just easier to stay in touch with people, and you can actually see them. So it's that personal effect. Yeah,
that's the key, isn't it, Brianna and Nicole and Amanda? I know you guys have used this a lot. Excuse me. When it comes down to communicating with people, you know, we know that Facebook is pretty effective, Facebook Messenger, texting, you know, those two methods are very popular these days, especially with the younger generation. Voice audio recording and sending the recording of your voice by text or by Facebook Messenger is even better, because then people can hear your voice. But if they can hear your voice and see your face, and you can see theirs, that just takes communication to a whole different level. That's why it is so much more effective. Don't you agree? Anybody?
Oh, Mick, I would also add, it's really easy for people who've never been on it before to jump on. So, I mean, I think so. You can send them, Denise sent me a really cute little like logo that has just a real quick PDF of how to join and how to get on if you've never done a Zoom conference before. So a lot of people get intimidated when you ask them if they know about Zoom, but it's really easy to get on and get people on, and it's free. So you don't even have to pay for it if you don't want to.
So I'm not sure I've seen that PDF. So I think we all need to see that PDF.
I've got it, so I can send it, or I can post it whenever you post this video. I can post it on the Facebook group.
That's
but it's
great.
from Denise, so thank her.
Yeah, absolutely. Denise is not on. Darlene's on, Sister Darlene. Darlene, you can tell her we were taking her name in vain. Okay, that's great. Thanks, Brianna. Okay, so anyone else, you know, jump in. Please just jump in, because it's not just me who is, you know, a bit of a techie. You know me, I love technology. But really and truly, this has revolutionized our business in so many ways. And Brianna's example of joining a live wine and wellness in Lydia's house by Zoom, I mean, it opens up so many possibilities these days. And it means that if you ever want us to jump in on one of those, we can do that too. Just get it on our calendar. Mind you, the younger people don't need us. We're way too old. Well, I am. Not Jenny. I am. Anyone else?
Mick, I will say that I'm excited to see Michelle and Dorothy at the top of your leaderboard, and that was totally because of Zoom conferences. We're in Waco, and they're both down in Houston, and we were doing Nicole's idea with the Freedom Revolution Zooms multiple times a week with Denise and Darlene, and that completely just catapulted Michelle's journey right up through on her promotions.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks, Melinda. That's so great to hear. Yeah, I mean, when you can tie a tool like Zoom together with the results people are seeing, it makes it totally real.
Yeah, it's really made a difference for Dorothy and I, because she's been in the business now several years, but she even told me last week, I actually feel like we're working together now, you know, because you just welcome them in, you know, you feel like you're right there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, anyone else? I'm going to go back to, this is gallery view, people. Gallery view.
Well, I will say that with the advent of Zoom, we now no longer have a good reason to fly to New Zealand and work with Mary Ann.
Wrong. We absolutely need to do that.
Yeah, you do need to see New Zealand to appreciate it. And
Oh,
really
we've been there. Absolutely, we've been, and we are coming back.
Oh, yeah.
Probably year after next. Yeah, we love your country.
So anyone else have any comments or questions before we close this out and let you go and watch those videos at the Team JP website?
Mick, were you going to say something about Zoom etiquette, or do you feel you already touched on that?
I've touched on it. Let me go back in the screen share and I will finish off with Zoom etiquette. And I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You know, be on time if you possibly can. Absolutely bring your smile. That reminds me of all the times we trained, and we were trained on using the telephone. We were told, put a smile on your face and it will put a smile in your voice. And it is absolutely true. So check yourself in the mirror. Put on a smile as you're joining the Zoom. Be present. Try not to get too distracted. And if you do get distracted, then please stop video so that we just see your still photograph, not see you leaving the screen, or because that can be quite distracting for folks joining in. Always mute yourself if you're not speaking, and especially if you come in on a phone, because the host, like me, we can mute participants, but we can't. Oh, well, actually, we can if you're coming on a phone. I beg your pardon. Yes, we can mute, but please mute yourself. And as I said, stop video if necessary. That's pretty much it. Nothing else.
And if any of you would like to practice doing this, if you feel a little nervous about doing this for the first time, then don't hesitate to ask us. We can just do a one-on-one Zoom chat just until you feel comfortable so that you can then invite others to join you.
Yep.
Okay, any questions?
No, it sounds like it's a really good idea. I haven't used it much, but.
Oh, it's really, really good, Sandy. So I've got to ask, so Paula.
Yes.
I can't see Paula at all. So Paula has not stopped video, so we can't see her pretty picture. Chris and Lisa have not added a photograph, a picture, to their profiles. You see, Paula hasn't either. Paula's now stopped video, which is good, but we would love to see the picture instead of just Paula Jandira or Lisa's iPad. So that's my last suggestion. And my last suggestion is you have just over 24 hours to get one of these shirts, people.
Oh, 1, 2.
Yes, you got just over 24 hours to get one. And
I ordered mine in John's today.
Good for you.
Yes.
Awesome. We're planning to wear them on the Thursday.
Okay.
All right, because that's when we all get together and we do the team photo, and yeah, it'll be a good time. Wear your t-shirts.
All right.
Okay. Listen, we realize that these Zooms are a little late, especially for those of you on the East Coast. So after conference, we will be bringing them forward by 30 minutes back on the hour where we used to have them. If you recall, we changed the time nearly 90 days ago, right? So that it gave people an opportunity to call in to the 90-day game plan video as well. But we'll be telling you more about that. But just make a note on your calendar that after conference it will be on the hour, which means 6 o'clock in Arizona, 7 o'clock Mountain, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in Delaware, along the East Coast, Florida. So more of that later. And we look forward to seeing you all again, same time, same place, next Monday evening on the half hour, when we have a real treat. We will be featuring Dr. Amy Eber, who is a doctor on our team down in Louisiana, and she is going to be training us on a doctor's perspective of Juice Plus, approaching medical professionals. I know it's something that we all love to do. Many of us have done already, and some of us sort of fear and trembling about the whole idea of approaching a medical professional. So if you want to learn more about that, mark it on your calendar and join us next Monday evening at the same time. All right, that's it from us. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bless.
Bye-bye.